Hi folks, County Line Gardener with you. Hey, this is June the 1st here in southern Indiana. We're going to do our monthly update on the garden. I hope it's working okay. It's so hard for me to see with this sun shining so bright, but that's not something I complain about. Next door neighbor, he's a trimming trees, so we may have to deal with the noise here of the chipper, but we're coming up on the onions right now. Aren't them looking great? Look at the size of them things. They're not bulbing yet. I mean, at least not coming out of the ground. Here's the strawberries. Looky there. There's a red one right there. We had a couple last night. Here's the other bed of onions. These are all candy onions. And those I just showed you over there, those are all the big purple onions. Red. There's our greenhouse. See, it's empty now. There's my plants. I always have these located on the corners of the greenhouse so I can just drive by with the lawnmower and grab me one, but as you can tell, the greenhouse is empty. Go on down here. I believe that tree trim was across the street, but we're going to check on the old well, there's nothing in it, is there? I don't see a thing in there. The rain gauge. A few people will recall last year. It was horrible around here. I whined about it all summer, and rightfully so, because we didn't have anything last summer. Oh, going through the blackberry patch now. Look at all the blooms on these blackberries. They are blooming. Going to have a lot of them. We have a few pick business where people come down here. We bring them down here on the golf cart and they pick however many they want for a certain price. We're going to have to open up the gate. I forgot it was closed. Okay. Alrighty, we're up here to the garden now, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We got the gate open. We're going to go through here. First thing you're going to see here is we got 3 rows of peppers here, all up and down through there. It's a 100-foot row, almost 100 feet, maybe more like 90. We put our peppers 8 feet apart and the rows 6 feet apart. That way that 4-foot tiller on that John Deere can go right up and through there. Don't have to make but one trip. But everything this year is looking so good compared to last year. I don't want to compare to last year, but look at my green beans, folks. They're just going crazy. Last year I planted green beans 4 times before I got them to grow. 4 times. We got 4 real long rows of them there, about 95 feet. I said 90. There's an access road that goes in between them, and this is corn. This is our sweet corn, yellow corn over here. But we always have an access road like that between each vegetable. It just kind of helps with the tilling and everything. This corn's come up real good, shooting way up there. Here's something I tried. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but as you can see, that's cattle panel. Stood it on its edge and made a hoop out of it. That was my first greenhouse at one time. That's what I used for my first greenhouse up at the house. Just put plastic over it. Now I hooped it again like this, and I've got if you can see down there at the bottom, it's kind of hard to see because they're small, is my cucumbers. My cucumbers are going to grow up the cattle panel from both sides, and they're going to be hanging down on the inside. Yeah, I'm not going to have to bend over to pick them up. I'm lazy, I guess. I just don't like bending over anymore. This corn here is my Indian corn. This is something my wife likes to grow. We grow this for ornamental corn, they call it. Beautiful. And if you'll see right down through here, kind of an odd row, there's 8 pepper plants sitting there. We had a little bit of garden left and we couldn't stand it, and we had some pepper plants left over from the greenhouse, so we planted them here. 8 of them. They're all green bells. And there, I hope to be my pride and joy, is my tomato plants. They so far the rain has not, we've not been flooded like we have the last few years. And I just got my stakes in the ground yesterday. I used rebar. I went to the concrete place and had a 20-foot rebar cut up into 4 or 5 foot sections, and I had 250, 300 of them made. It just, you use them every year. You don't have to replace them. A little expensive the first year, but man, they're about 6, 7 years old now. So I've gotten my money's worth out of them. Last year we had 96 tomato plants. Well, I was going to cut down on tomato plants. That's funny. This year we got 120. We just kept going and going and going. Now here's something I'm really happy about this year. Compared to last year. Man, I have got potatoes going down through there. You can see them potatoes. I got to hill them yet. I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to let them grow just a little more before I hill them up. If you'll recall, this was all just grass last year. We mowed it. Well, we used it up this year. We got 700 feet of potatoes out there. And we finished up, I'll show you these. You're familiar with the blackberries up here. There's a row here. It was supposed to have been blackberries, but it ends up being 2 tomatoes on the end, then eggplant, and then red cabbage down there at the end, I think. But I wanted to show you this. These plants, you recall the video from the first row when we put these out 3 years ago. Look at them now, they're blooming. These were given to me by one of my customers that buys tomatoes off of me. And I put them in the ground and they just went crazy. But they're all thornless. Now these plants over here, these blackberry plants over here, come off of what I have down in the bottoms up there. These were growing along the ground. Outside of the row, I dig them up, I bring them up here, and replant them. I have not got a dime. We have not got a dime in any of these none of these rows up here. They're all the same. Here's another row. They're different sizes. Here's the row of red cabbage. My wife likes to grow red cabbage, so we're growing that. We gotta get these potatoes healed this week. I'd say they're getting big enough, most of them, but they're really looking good. Really looking good. Grab that for me, would you? Throw that in the back. That's our rope. But you can see how I put my tomatoes out here. They're 8 feet apart, and these rows are 8 feet apart. That gives me plenty of room in there to turn around at the end of the row when I'm tilling. It just works out real well. I got to get up there and till the few weeds I got. they're looking good. Looking good, everything is. Here's my Indian corn where it comes down here, these little flights. So far, this is June. And here's we got some okra here. It's kind of hard to see in there. But there's 70 feet of okra in there growing. We actually had 2 tomato plants left over, so we stuck them at the end. And this corn's really looking good. Really looking good there. Don't know if you can see it up through there. But I can see the corn, and then the access road, I'll call it. Then the green beans. The green beans are jade green beans. That's all we use. They're a little pricey, the seeds are. Jade green bean seeds. It's a bush bean, but if you ever try them, you won't want to use anything else. I've got I think we have 11 or 12 different varieties of pepper plants. We have a couple rows of hot ones, a couple rows of sweet ones, bell peppers. We have 5 different colored bell peppers. They're just beautiful. But well, that's just about it. Just keeping up on the yard work. My wife does that. She solely does the mowing. I don't really do much of it. She enjoys it much more than me, I guess. We're coming back up on the old homestead now, so we'll probably get off of here in just a few seconds, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is, like I said, this is the June update for 2020, and it's much better than last year's 2019 June video. Much better. Folks, I'm gonna get off of here now. We got some stuff growing here on the back porch. This is kind of what I call my experimental stuff. As you can see, I got 2. I got a red and a yellow, or red and orange bell pepper there. And then these are 2 big tomato plants I grew. I started these seeds here, January. And I'm trying something here. I may need some help on this from you. You see the containers, they're about 5-gallon containers. Carrots. I don't know how to grow a carrot. I've tried over here in the raised beds. I think it's all about the soil. So this year, I'm just going to try them in containers and see what happens. There's my rose bush. I can't believe that rose bush come out of that. That thing died once and was dead for 2 or 3 years. Then last year and this year, it just decided to regroup, I guess you'd say. It's a beautiful day here in southern Indiana. It's about, I'm going to say 60 right now. And it's getting nicer all the time. Ground didn't freeze here at all last winter, at all. We didn't have any snow last winter. So that makes the mows just that much more busier. But heck, we're caught up on the garden stuff. I got a few things to do up there. Hail some potatoes, do some rototilling, but I won't get off of here now. Enjoyed talking to you folks. Y'all subscribe, ask me questions, or leave me some comments, anything you want to do. So I'll see you later. This is County Line Gardener saying bye-bye.